Hey guys, welcome back. Bushcraft Family back again with another video and talk about the fires in California. A lot going on, and since it's kind of calmed down a little bit, then I think it's time I dive into it a little bit. And I've done some research and got some information and thought it would be good to share it with you. Some of the most devastating wildfires in California history have destroyed huge areas of Los Angeles. More than 200,000 people have been forced to evacuate their homes. Over 10,000 buildings have been damaged or destroyed. Very, very, very awful things have happened in that area. The massive damage could cost as much as $275 billion. Climate change has already been getting the blame for, the fires and how everything spreads and blah, 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 That thing is, yeah. But maybe it isn't climate change people should be pointing their fingers at. Because a lot of things about this disaster just don't add up. Yeah. Wildfires aren't exactly unknown in California. And I've said this many times. It's a yearly thing. There are thousands of them every year. And the damages caused is steadily increasing. Some say because of the climate change, Others because there's more property damage. Sorry, cat. And forests being poorly managed. This has been a topic for quite some time. People made jokes when Trump mentioned to clean up the forest, get some of the loose debris out of where fires start and things like that. And people made fun of him for this. But they don't understand the Forest Service, the ones that fight the fires and stuff, used to do this. But as we are going to go into this, the budget doesn't call for that anymore. And where's the money? Where's it going? Over the last 25 years, there have been an average of 8,250 fires a year in the Golden State. Burning an average of 975,000 acres of land. It's not hard to predict that California will have a lot of fires. So why did LA's mayor, Karen Bass, slash almost $20 million from the firefighters' budget? Wonder why. And where did that money go? Allegedly, yeah. Where did the money go? The 2024 to 25 city budget shows that Los Angeles Fire Department budget was cut by $17.6 million from the 23-24 figure. The city spent over $8 million on firefighters, but that's reduced over 2%. Reduced over 2%. Did Mayor Bass think there would be fewer fires this year. Actually, it's hard to say what, if anything, Bass was thinking, despite warnings about an increased fire risk days before the blaze broke out. Bass decided to abandon the city and fly, to another country for, Africa's new president or whatever was going on with that. During her, even though she promised during her election campaign she wouldn't travel abroad during her term as mayor. Whoop! A politician lies? When was this? I've never heard of such a thing. When she returned in a bizarre scene, she refused to answer or even acknowledge any questions from journalists, just standing there staring blankly as they tried to get some answers. And I think we deserve some answers. Sorry, gotta get that H2O in. As well as the cuts to firefighting budget, there were also questions about the state of the city fire hydrant network. When the biggest of the fires broke out near upmarket Pacific Paradise neighborhood on January 7th, all 3 water tanks in the area were full. But firefighters found many hydrants were diverted little or no water at all. And then we go to our lovely governor of California. Gavin Newsom is now calling for independent inquiry into why the hydrants weren't working and why water from the I forget what it's called, Santa Ynez or something like that, reservoir was unavailable for firefighting. Even if you don't live in a dangerous zone like California, you should still take all precautions you can to make sure you always have water in case. One thing you don't want to mistake, you don't want to make water out of thin air with, whatever they were talking about with the no water and all that stuff. But one significant thing about the LA fires is that the devastation, some of the most expensive real estate in the United States. They are not just burning rural homes and trailer parks. Celebrities and ultra rich are losing their homes. And that's, you got Hilton's, Malibu homes, all those, Jamie Lee Curtis, James Wood, I could go on, Billy Crystal, a lot of people, the rich guys in Hollywood and politicians and stuff are losing their homes, and all of a sudden it's a big deal. It's okay when, trailer courts and rundown motels burn down, but when celebrities, even the president gets involved in this. And it's very hard to get him involved in anything. Oh, did I say that? Oh, no. Okay. So, we see who's at fault. Not pointing fingers. All this is allegedly stuff, But who actually gains from this? that land isn't going to be worth. It's going to be worth a lot less in the aftermath of the fire. Much of it isn't upmarketed neighborhoods anymore. It's blackened wasteland covered in charred rubble and debris. Not everyone is going to want to rebuild. So there's going to be a lot of LA real estate on the market. Yeah. Literally, fire sale prices. Even if your house may seem out of danger, it's probably not the safest place on earth. It probably won't stay cheap for long, though. So whoever buys it in the wake of the fires can make a huge profit. Allegedly. Eventually it'll start having some green come back to it. Who's likely to buy it? That's hard to say. Some states are now bringing laws to prevent China from buying up American land, but California isn't one of them. The state government could even buy the land itself. Interesting, isn't it? And this is, all alleged information, but is it? The idea that people could profit off a disaster doesn't sit well with anyone, except for the ones that are making the money. But there's even worse possibility. What if these fires were no accident? Allegedly. In fact, we already know some of them were deliberately set upon. Several arsonists have been caught. There's no evidence of them were started by people who hope to profit from the fires, but it's possible. Anything is possible, Profit isn't the only reason some people might be happy to see these fires. Los Angeles is due to host the 2028 Summer Olympics. But there are local pressure groups who want these games relocated to other city or to another city. Most of them are left-wing activists who think it's wrong for LA to spend money on the Olympics when there are so many homeless people in the city. But yet you don't see them going out there and helping the people. They like to protest about them, but they don't go and help. Now, fires are still burning close to several Olympic venues. Pasadena Rose Bowl, which will host soccer events, is being used as a base by firefighters. None of the venues have been damaged yet, but campaigners say the cost of rebuilding homes means the games need to be relocated. Now, is this, something that may have been cause for the fires? Many of us will never know. Another possibility is a lot of times when these fires row through certain areas and whatnot, the land is bought up by farms, big farms, because it's perfect stuff. a lot of times when they clear land, they do controlled burns, and sometimes this land is really good land because that the char from the grasses, the trees, and everything makes better soil. Is that a possibility? I don't know. You tell me. With that, I think we will end this story as it is here. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. There are many conversations about how the fires could have been stopped, different things, but doesn't really mean anything because damage has already been done. And for those who are not rich and celebrities, they don't have another home that they can go to in the Alps or a fancy island that they can go to and live in their other homes. Those are the people that need our prayers. And with that, I'm going to end this. God bless.